Chapter 1. Beyond the Card's Life as a Game of Skill 1.1 Embracing Uncertainty. The only sure thing is changeither is a flaw in mortal thinking, a stubborn insistence that stability is the natural state of things. You build your castles, stake your fortunes, fix your gaze upon the horizon and whisper, "This will last." But the truth, everything shifts, everything flows. The universe itself is a restless game of chance stars igniting, collapsing, scattering their essence across the void. Do they resist their inevitable transformation? No. The wise among you would do well to learn from them. You shuffle the deck, seeking patterns, strategies, a logic that promises control over the unpredictable. But hear me, hatchling, the only sure thing is change. To fear this is folly. To fight it is exhausting. Instead, the player who learns to dance with uncertainty, who listens for the moment when fortune turns, who does not cling to the past nor tremble before the unknown, that player will thrive. Dragon Trial. The first truth of change. Write down 3 things that have unraveled in ways you did not expect. Did these changes bring something unexpected? Loss, wisdom, opportunity? How did you respond? Were you rigid, or did you adapt? How might you approach the next wave of uncertainty differently? Do not fear the shifting tides. Learn to move with them. 1.2 The long game. Patience, persistence, and the dragon's horde. Mortals and their impatience clawing at riches, craving mastery, demanding results now. You sit at the poker table, gripping your cards with restless fingers, hoping fortune will favor you immediately. But let me tell you something earned from centuries watching kingdoms rise and fall. Every lasting treasure is won by playing the long game. A dragon's hoard is not built in a single flight. It is earned, gathered with patience, fortified with wisdom and understanding that time itself is an ally, not an adversary. The greatest victories are not those seized in haste, but those cultivated with persistence, strategy, and knowing when to wait. Dragon Trial. Understanding the long game. Think of a skill, a craft, or a dream you pursue. Ask yourself, have you nurtured it with enough time? What setbacks tested your patience, and how did you respond? How would the perspective of a being who has seen eons past change how you approach it? Steady hands build the hoard, not reckless grasping. 1.3 Detachment. Folding your ego. Few understand the art of folding. Not the weak surrender, but the strategic retreat. You clutch at failing hands, clinging out of pride, refusing to yield because you believe stubbornness is strength. Dragons see it differently. Detachment is power. We do not fight battles simply for the sake of proving we can fight. We do not hoard what is useless simply because we have the claws to clutch it. When a hand is lost, a wise player does not demand fate change its course. A wise player folds, sharpens their focus, and waits for their moment. Ego will tell you to cling. Wisdom will teach you to let go. Dragon Trial. Learning detachment. Think of something you have refused to release, an idea, an expectation, a battle already lost. Write it down. Now answer, why did you hold on to it so tightly? What would happen if you let go, not in despair, but in acceptance? What is gained when one learns to surrender gracefully? The river carries forward all things, even you. Final words from Zoran. You shuffle your deck, believing that control will bring victory. You fix your gaze upon fortune, believing it will arrive if you just want it enough. You grasp at what should be released, believing it is strength to refuse to fold. But listen closely, the cosmos does not favor the desperate. It favors the wise. Play the long game. Dance with uncertainty. Learn when to fold. Your move. The cards are waiting.